Alright, so in this video we're going to be talking about why I think you as a photographer should start a YouTube channel. But before we get started, I wanted to show this microphone that I got because apparently people hate when you just hold the little wireless microphones. So I got this shell for it basically, and hopefully people will take me a little bit more seriously. But anyways, just to give a little backstory, I made the decision that I wanted to be a full-time photographer on January 1st, 2017. And for years, I struggled to find my place and managed to run a successful photography business, despite considering myself a confident, relatively good photographer. I continued to work part-time jobs, whether that's delivering pizzas or working as a barista at coffee shops, but it wasn't until November 2022 that I finally decided to make the jump and become a full-time photographer. Now that includes multiple different revenue streams, with YouTube being one of the primary forms, but it's still not my full-time job. But if it wasn't for YouTube, I don't think I would have ever truly figured out who I was as a photographer. Now this was before Reels and videos were really a big thing on Instagram, so my face was not myself, but the photos I was sharing, or should I say the people I was photographing. Nothing could stop me from taking photos because I love taking photos, but I was having a little bit of a photographer identity crisis. And as Reels became more and more popular, I found myself caring less and less about that platform. I just did not find making short-form video content enjoyable, and I wanted to enjoy sharing my photos as much as I love taking the photos. Which may not be the goal for everyone, but to me it was important. So when I turned 25, I made the decision that I wanted to start making YouTube videos about my photography. And the truth is, I've been making YouTube videos way longer than I've been a photographer. I've been making YouTube videos since I was 13 years old, so 2009 I think. I went from making Transformers stop motion videos to gaming videos, and all of those videos were actually posted on this same channel, but they are all private now and they will never see the light of day ever again. So what I'm trying to get to is that for as long as I've loved photography, I've loved YouTube longer. So why did I never combine the two? So I went from filming videos of my friends just goofing around to where I am now. And when I finally made that decision to start making videos about my photography, my biggest regret is not doing it sooner. Before AdSense and sponsors were even a thing, I wanted to be a full-time YouTuber, whatever that was. But the day I bought a nice camera to start doing photography was the day I quit YouTube. If I knew what I knew now, I would not have cared that I would have had to film my videos on my phone, and I wouldn't have waited until I owned 2 cameras. I would be much closer, if not already, making a full-time career out of making YouTube videos about my photography. Now, if you're still watching this, which thank you if you are, you may be in one of 2 places. You may want to make this a full-time job, or you just want to do it as a creative outlet, a hobby, or a passion project. So whether you want to make money from this or not, there's something far more rewarding than I could have ever imagined, and I did not expect it, and that is being able to inspire and help other people. Whether it's inspiring people to take more photos or make more videos, whatever. Being able to make these YouTube videos and have an impact on people far beyond what sharing a photo or a reel on Instagram would do, because in reality, people may like it, they might not, but they're gonna keep scrolling and they're gonna forget about it 5 seconds later, and people are gonna forget who you are, whether you have 100,000 followers or 5,500 followers. So making these videos has boosted my self-confidence and helped me recognize who I am, not just as a photographer. I just love being able to share my photos and talk about my passion and be able to help people in the process. My goal is not even to be a YouTuber. I just want to be a photographer who also makes YouTube videos, and I think if you're considering doing this as well, you should also have that mindset. And whether you have 10 people, 100, or 1,000 people watch your videos, you can still make a difference, even if it's only in just one person, just by sharing what you love with others who also share a common interest. Think of it as kind of like show and tell in elementary school, but it's for people of all ages. Every once in a while, I will come across a video of someone, say in retirement age, who makes similar videos as I do, and it kind of warms my heart because it makes me realize how unimportant age is. And it warms my heart even more when I come across a YouTube video that you've probably seen one of these before from someone making a video about being so excited that they got their first camera. And I think that's the beauty of it all, because I think what sets YouTube apart from Instagram and pretty much every other social media is I feel like YouTube allows each individual to really have their own voice, whether it's in the actual videos or in the comments, because I've had way more actual thoughtful discussions in YouTube comments than I ever have in a Instagram post. And yes, there will be people who will tell you that your photos suck. Don't worry about them, block them, move on with your day. Your photos and your videos are clearly just not meant for them. And for every person that might hate on your videos, there's another 100 out there that will love your videos. But it's up to you how you reach them. Now, the whole camera niche on YouTube has gone through multiple iterations. Early on, it was focused on tips and tricks to help you improve as a photographer or a filmmaker. It wasn't until a little bit later that camera gear ended up becoming the primary focus of a lot of channels, because camera gear wasn't very exciting yet. Mirrorless cameras were still in their infantile stage, and so were gimbals. Up until 2015, I think, there really wasn't any cheap, affordable gimbals for people to use to help them create videos, which is kind of weird to think about, a day and age where people did not have easy access to gimbals. But it was around that time that camera technology began to advance more and more quickly, and there was always something new right around the corner. And that's where the camera niche kind of turned toward that gear-focused mentality. And in light of recent controversy, which I'm sure you guys have heard about, I believe we may start to see another shift in the YouTube camera niche. Judging by the way I've seen creators and viewers alike talk, it seems we've reached this point where we've made all the tips and tricks videos that we really need to. Now, of course, there will always be more, and camera gear has kind of reached this stale point where it's not changing and evolving like it was 5 years ago. I think now it's time to use all this knowledge we've gained and the gear we've acquired to actually go out and create and share more of what we've created and what we're proud of. And I can't say that YouTube is a judgment-free zone, because it's not. But the beautiful thing is that there's an audience for everyone. There's always going to be people out there that like what you like. So for those of you out there who feel like a nobody or no one cares what you have to say, I've been there. People do care, so just make videos about what you like. I like photography, so I started making videos about the camera that kind of re-inspired and re-sparked my love for photography. I thought no one else cared about this camera because you rarely saw anyone make a video about the Sony a7C besides when it first came out. But I quickly realized I wasn't alone, and I've managed to build an incredible community surrounding this camera. Now, that could be any camera or genre of photography or filmmaking for you. So I'll end this with a little piece of advice, and that is to not let the algorithm dictate the kind of videos you want to make. Make what you want to make, and the audience will find you regardless of an algorithm. People will use the search function and find your videos if they like what you like, so make of that as you will. But in the meantime, thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe to help support me. And I hope I could inspire you guys to take more photos and make more videos. Go out and shoot.